All right, so I just did another video because it was a rant or whatever, and I was like, man, I was supposed to been done this weeks ago, but I ain't got all my shit yet that I wanted to do for it, so I'm just gonna do it impromptu. But I said I was gonna start a video series for my YouTube specifically for the purpose of helping or encouraging and giving people my personal experience and advice from how I got out of debt. And for those of you who don't know, I started January 2016 on my debt free journey, and I completed that March 31st, 2020, this year. And, there's a lot of people you could probably listen to. Dave Ramsey comes to mind, and his whole ilk, because they have the baby steps in that whole thing. Um, and it works, it's effective. I didn't necessarily do that or do everything or all the pieces of it. I did things my way, and I just wanted to offer a different perspective. Um, so I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna trash Dave Ramsey or any of the other people out there that are known for debt freedom, but I will say this, just for my first video, the most important thing for debt freedom is mindset. Mindset and particularly commitment. If you're not committed to getting out of debt, then don't start. Um, and if you're going to commit, you need to have a firm, steadfast mindset. Now, I'm not telling you do like some people like Dave Ramsey would say, which be like, survive on beans and rice, even though he's being facetious. Uh, I'm not saying that. What I encourage you to do is to, of course, make a budget and figure out where all your money and stuff is going. But if you can't, if you're not a person, if your willpower is not to that point to where you can sit there, just stop everything and just go after the debt, commit to something. If you go say, okay, 10% of my money every month is going to go strictly to paying off my debt. If you could just say, okay, maybe I can't do 100, but I could do like 80% of my leftover income, after all your bills and stuff and food, I'll apply apply to my debts. Do that. But the thing is, you need to be consistent. It needs to be something that you can hold yourself accountable for and that you can do every month. You know, um, for me, I didn't necessarily say I was going to give a certain percentage. I said I was going to give whatever I had available. And some months were harder than others because I didn't have it. Um, some months were easier than others, and I was able to put a whole lot on my debts. Um, also went without a job a couple times, so couldn't make payments and do stuff like that. Um, so for me, my main thing was just to make sure that every month or every week, pretty much, I was just checking to see what my progress would be. I would check my hours at work. Um, when I wasn't working a salary job, and I would sit there and proactively try to look and see what I had coming in and adjust from there. So the original plan I had for my debt and how I was going to tackle it was not what I finished with. It changed. It changed because my lifestyle changed. It changed because, all sorts of things happen here and there, car issues, son, you know, various different things got in the way of it. So I didn't just, the plan that I started with wasn't the one I finished with. But the main thing for me, and I think that everybody needs to, start with, is your mindset and your commitment to it. If your heart's not in it, you're going to sit there, it's going to get boring, it's going to get tedious, it's going to become monotonous, you're not going to be as motivated to do it. Don't go too gung ho with it. If you need to start off with like 5-10% of what you make to put on it and watch it come down and then build up after that, do it. You know, do whatever you can. But the main thing is you need to have a strong and clear mindset on what you're going to do and how you're going to attack it. It's okay if you adjust it. Like I said, I didn't use the baby steps. I didn't do my list my debts from smallest to largest and do the debt snowball. I paid off what was most important at the time. There were certain things in my life that required certain payments be made or certain things be paid a certain way. So, for instance, I had a an apartment debt, and I was looking to move, and I needed to pay off my apartment debt. It was like $1,100. So instead of paying off something else, I consolidated all of my money to pay off the house, my old apartment, so I can move into the new place I was trying to move into. So, for that, it's you may not be able to, I guess, go the way you planned it because things happen. Stuff will come up, but either way, I still made a payment. I still paid my debt, and when I paid it, it was off. My credit rose, and it was beneficial for what I needed at that time. Now, did I still make payments to do stuff from other things? Yes, absolutely. I was doing very good at the time, so I was able to still, basically pay uh, most of what I had to, what I owed, plus that. So, if it's out of order or if it's not necessarily within order because of life situations, that's fine. The main thing is for you to be consistent with your effort and get it done. So, like I said, this is just going to be my first video. The most important thing, again, that I think everybody should commit to first is mindset and just the process. You know, it's just make sure you in it to win it. Don't sit there. I may not. I think I may not. If you're gonna do it, do it. Because if you just sitting there, oh, I'm gonna pay a little bit, and nah, I don't want to do this no more, then you're just gonna set yourself up for failure. So hopefully everybody wants to be debt free and stop being a slave to the system. Because I tell you one thing, it feels a whole lot better when you get money and it's your money. You don't have to sit there, oh, it's going here, oh, it's going there. I think the average car note is like $550 in America. So most of us have cars. If you got a car note, you're probably paying that, or maybe more or less, who knows. But it's better for you when you sit there and be like, dang, this $550 now, I can go invest. Or I can go do something for somebody or take a trip or do whatever. It's a sense of freedom and pride that you normally wouldn't have because it's weighing down. It's like a cloud weighing you down in the back of your head, like, ugh, I gotta go pay this now. Dang, I wish I had that money. Well, I was in that spot. I was in that position where I was like, dang, I wish I had this money. I wish I didn't have to pay that. And now I don't have to. And you can too. So this is my first video. Stay tuned. There will be more to come. And if you have any questions, if you have any comments, if there's something specifically you want to talk about as far as the process, let me know. I'm going to I have a plan of how I want to do it, but kind of like how I did with my paying off my debts. If there's something more pressing, a specific question that I can help with, I will do a video and address that question along with the other content that I plan to put out. So y'all have a good day. Peace.